So you've probably heard that Dominican Republic is dangerous. Trust me, we hear that all the time. Since we live here, our experience is going to be a little bit different than what most people see online. And why you think that is the case?
Again, you hit the nail on the head. It's because we live here.
Right.
So I actually have our foot on the ground, and being here day to day, some of the things that's being reported is being blown out of proportion.
What do you think that reputation comes from? I mean, it comes from different sources.
Different sources, and some people got it in their mind like this is a third world country, right? It's dangerous and so forth.
It's the wild, wild west.
Exactly. You know, like they have huts here, and it's nothing like that. You know, being that we live here, we see it totally different than what's being reported. A person coming here for a vacation, right, might run into something negative, but maybe it's just that one instance, but goes back and talks about it, and now it's blown out of proportion.
Right. I think a lot of, well, not a lot of, like I said, I think the reputation comes from several sources. It can come from media, it could come from isolated incidents, viral videos, resort incidents. It's a combination of things, but I would say that my experience when I interact with people, when they talk about the dangers of Dominican Republic, it mostly comes from social media. Social media and people having an isolated incident that they were faced with, and they're going back, like you say, and then they just report it to the world as if
the whole island is this way.
Is that way, and it's just not true. You know what I'm saying? Simply put, it's just not true.
It's not true. And I'm going to use the resort incidents. You recall when there were individuals that was actually dying because of the bad alcohol that was being served.
Right.
I mean, it was just certain resorts, right? But I got phone calls, people saying that it was rampant. It was the whole country serving poisonous alcohol. And it was just a small portion of resorts doing that. Right.
And it's funny because you would, if that was the case, then people would have been dropping dead all over in Santo Domingo. That's all Dominicans do is drink.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And these resorts, they did, try to take the easy route by trying to, get more by serving, alcohol that was poisonous basically. But it wasn't rampant. It's not throughout the country. It doesn't make the country dangerous. And a lot of people were scared.
They were scared to come. And it affected tourism.
It did.
And then you have some of these incidents where you have, and I'm just going to speak about like guys coming here, they may have this interaction with a female. Oof. It doesn't go the way that they thought it was going to be. They planned it to go, and then they end up in a situation where they're being extorted by the police, or they may end up, or the girl may set them up and get robbed. And then they go back and then they talk about, it's dangerous when you're dealing with.
You're dealing with a very small group of individuals that come here for a certain type of lifestyle.
Exactly.
Okay? And it's not everybody. Everybody that comes here to vacation is not coming specifically to engulf themselves.
Indulge in that,
And that type of lifestyle. So yes, we can use, Colombia, unfortunately, what's going on out there with, it doesn't happen down here. Right? But if you're gonna indulge in that type of lifestyle, certain things are bound to happen.
So just use Colombia like you said, for example. If you're going to Colombia and you're going there to indulge in that lifestyle, I understand a person looking at that and saying, okay, it may be dangerous for me. But if I go over there with my wife and my daughter,
no way, you're not gonna fall to that. No, because you're not running around in that circle.
Right. And it's the same way here. If you're not indulging in that type of behavior, that lifestyle, most of the time, you're gonna be okay.
Definitely.
Now we can't say 100% because we already know things happen.
Things happen. And there's bad. There are bad neighborhoods down here.
Don't get it twisted.
We're not saying that it's 100% safe. No, but if you move accordingly, you're gonna be all right. I mean, we're not gonna go at 2 in the morning into one of the bad barrios and just walk around like it's safe. It's not gonna happen. We're looking for something, right? That means we're looking for trouble.
Somebody asked me, matter of fact, this week. It may have been yesterday. I looked at a message. They say, "Hey, Jay, is this safe down there?" I said, "For me." I say because I know the type of lifestyle that I live.
Perfect, brother. Yep.
For me, it's safe. I can't say if it's safe for you because I don't know what you do on a daily basis. I don't know if you're coming down here to chase skirts. I don't know if you're coming down here to party and hang out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, or if you're trusting of anybody, and I don't know what that is. So if your lifestyle is not like mine, then I can't tell you that.
And that person might get into the type of trouble that you're not going to get
Right.
into. If someone's going out, right, I myself don't want to be out, at 3 o'clock in the morning. But there's some
Absolutely
brothers who love that, right? So, but there's a different type of crowd that's out
at that time in the morning.
Of course, man. People are more drunk. They're more susceptible to getting into arguments.
Right.
I don't want to be amongst that crowd. Listen, man, we here to enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
And that's not part of it.
That's not part of it.
That's not part of it. So, like that dude that asked you that question, it's safe for you,
right?
Because you're moving differently,
right? Exactly. So you have to take that in consideration when you're asking someone, is it safe, or if you're going to be safe in general? Because if you're the type of person that wants to be out at night, like Pat said, 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's a certain segment of the population that's out at 3 o'clock in the morning. And what your parents always tell you, ain't nothing good happening after 12 o'clock.
Ain't that the truth, bro?
Right. Ain't nothing good happening after 12 o'clock.
Ain't that the truth? And also, I mean, anywhere you can find crime, but again, it's where you're staying as well,
Right.
It's just like back in the States, man. Depending where you're at, you're gonna find something that's gonna happen that's negative. So, I mean, if you stay in the barrio, you know what I'm saying, you might be more susceptible to not being safe.
Right.
So basically what I'm saying, Jay, is that it's safe if you compare it to where you're staying at. If you're gonna maneuver a certain way where you live at, bring that down here.
Right.
Bring it down here, implement it, you're gonna be all right.
And that's what I see people not do. When you think of vacation, you think about, hey, I want to leave everything where it is, go to whether it's Dominican Republic or wherever. I'm gonna let my hair down.
Right.
I'm gonna be open, and be able to just take it all in. But you gotta understand, you on vacation.
Right.
But the people who in those countries, they're not on vacation.
No.
Some of them are lurking.
Even though you are in paradise,
Right.
you're on a tropical island, but things do happen.
Right.
And it's your job to pay attention to that.
Absolutely. And like you said, compared to just a major city in the United States. So I used to live in, before I came here, I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area.
Right.
Bruh, every time I turned on the news, something was going on.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Compared to those big cities in the U.S., I would personally say it's safer here to me than in those areas.
And I gotta agree on that. I mean, if you live in a big city, you know how to maneuver in that city. You know certain streets you're not gonna walk down, right? You're not gonna do it. It's the same thing down here. There's certain places I wouldn't go because why would I want to go there?
Right.
If I don't know anybody, I'm not going because I'm on vacation. Let's just go down this road and see what lays beyond that street.
What is this fascination with certain individuals who, when they travel, they just got to go to the hood? What's the fascination with that, man?
That is great. I see that and I hear brothers talk about it, and I can't understand it.
I can't understand it, man.
Why would you want to indulge and go into the hood? What for?
Right. What for?
It's like someone from here, right, move into New York and want to move into the hood.
Right.
They don't want to upgrade. They want to move into the hood.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I don't want to maneuver there. And not saying anything about the people that live there, but it's not something I want to do.
Right.
Why would I put myself in a situation where I don't need to be? I don't know. I think it means something. It says something.
Hey, because you hear I'm in the hoods of Colombia, Brazil, I'm in the hoods of Dominican Republic, like, so?
No, listen, I'll pass. I'll pass.
I mean, I would say, and I don't know the percentage, but as a black man, I think a lot of us grew up in the hood.
Right.
I know what it looked like.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Right, been there. I don't need to know I don't need to know what goes. I know what goes on in there. I know what some of the people are like there. I know it's good people there. I know it's bad people there. I don't have to go verify.
No. At this stage, I want to experience the best that life has to offer.
Exactly.
That's what I'm here to do, man.
Right.
I allow the universe, allow the Creator to use me as a vessel to experience everything that's positive.
Right.
And going into the hood and just because is not part of it.
Right. So basically, it all boils down to just having common sense. And we know what the saying is, common sense now is not so common.
Nah.
We're not saying that this place is not dangerous. And I don't want people to walk away thinking that we're saying that.
Let's not be naive. No.
Don't be naive, but you got to exercise common sense, especially in today's world. I don't care how safe any place may seem. You have to exercise a little bit of common sense.
Agreed.
Because
Agreed.
you just never know.
Exactly. You got to keep your head on a swivel.
Right.
You know, never get in a position where you're so comfortable and relaxed. You know,
Right.
you've always got to pay attention, man. Even though you are in paradise, things can happen.
And I'm not saying that you need to, even if you're living in Santo Domingo, because one thing we could talk about as we move forward, that just different areas of the country require different types
Right.
of awareness.
Right.
And since Pat and I live in Santo Domingo, you're going to exercise big city awareness.
Yes.
At all times.
All time.
At all times.
Because you are in a city. This
Right.
is a city-like environment, even though it's on an island,
Right.
but it moves like a city.
Right.
So you're going to walk and maneuver like you would back in a big city.
Right. It's just like I wouldn't walk here in Santo Domingo with my watch and my jewelry on in the street, but you could do it in Sosúa.
Right. Sosúa, yes, you can.
You could do it in Sosúa.
You definitely can.
You could walk in Sosúa at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, back from the beach.
You know why? Because there's tourist police
Right.
out there, because it's more of a touristy type
Right.
environment. So
Don't
more
try that
protection.
here.
No, you're not gonna, unless you go in like maybe in Zona Colonia,
Colonia, right.
Then they have tourist police
Right.
because there's more tourism there.
Yeah.
But if you just like us,
Right.
nah, that's we don't recommend that because
At
you're
all,
not
right.
finding tourist police to protect you.
Right. Don't walk around flashy. And one thing I'll just even say with me, man, I don't even walk around flashy. I always keep a t-shirt on, some jeans, some tennis shoes, and I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're going to a party,
Right.
And you know who's throwing the party, then you know. But aside just walking down the street, no need to.
And people ask, could you wear your jewelry and your chains? And yeah, you can if you want to, but you know, I wouldn't walk the streets. Now, if you're getting in your car from your apartment to your, or from your Airbnb to the location, like if you're going to the mall or you're going to a club,
Yeah, we're
of
not
course.
walking the streets.
But you're not walking the streets like that. You know? And I'm not
no.
saying anything will happen to you if you walk the streets like that, but why bring that type of attention to yourself anyway?
Exactly.
That's how I am. It's not like I'm concerned, like even with my phone, just say people, you know, they're conscious with their phone, like you need to put your phone up. I walk with my phone in my pocket when I'm in the streets. And it's not because I'm thinking something's gonna happen, but why walk around with my phone out when I know that there's a possibility, or it's known that people will snatch your phone here.
Matter of fact, I had a Dominican tell me, hey, put your phone away. And this was somebody that lived there. I was just too comfortable with my phone, and he just gave me a tap on the shoulder. Be careful, put your phone away.
Right.
You know, you just gotta be aware of your surroundings.
That's it. Let's talk about our personal experiences. And I'll just ask you first, what has your personal experience been like in regards to safety?
Folks, pretty safe, right? I get around by myself, right? I walk the streets, I drive through, and I feel safe. I take precautions, but I feel safe. The only incident, and it was my doing, right? Totally my fault. I take full responsibility, and I've changed, is the driving. I'm always hammering that home, is the driving. And I implied, right, that this dude is trying to get in and just try to do things that my mind, oh my goodness, man. Anyway,
I told y'all Pat got road rage.
Yeah. And so I overreacted, and I learned from that.
Right.
That was a lesson learned. I overreacted, and I was in the wrong. And that's the only time that I felt not safe. Right. But I brought that upon myself. Because down here, you have to understand, there's a certain culture, there's a certain way that people drive, and it's accepted.
Right.
Who am I to come to try and change that?
Right.
So I just got to blend in, which I do now. And that's the only time that I did feel
unsafe.
Was doing that incident. But again, I brought it up to myself.
I remember that too, because you called me.
I called you.
Yeah, you called me, and I could, you know, when we had the discussion, I could just tell that you were rattled by it.
I was rattled. I was, man. But you know, it was something that I brought upon myself.
Right.
Language is not mine, right? So I couldn't really explain myself fully, and I just realized, like, listen, I'm in a foreign country. I'm a visitor here, and you got to abide by the way they do things. I'm good, and I've never had no other incidents. So do I feel safe maneuvering down here? Yes.
Like if you go out, what's your like MO? I mean, when you're out, you at the Kamado, what time?
Okay.
How late you're out? What, you know, how do you move?
How do I move?
Just to get them an idea.
An idea. Okay, so I do go out a lot on my own. I go to the Kamado, like Jay said, and I sit there, and people are friendly. You know, but I'm normally out by 9:30.
Right.
Maybe 9:30 the latest. I'm done. Right. While it's getting crowded, I'm done.
Right.
I get there early, right? Have a drink or so, and then by 9:30, I'm leaving. I'm coming back into the house.
Right.
I'm not staying. If I'm by myself, I'm not staying 11, 11:30. No, that's not happening.
Right.
I stay there, enjoy the time there, but I'm leaving there early.
Yeah, you like me, man. When it comes around like 10:30, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out.
No.
I'm usually back at the house by
Yeah, the house is calling.
Right.
It's calling me to come back and just relax there. Yeah. So I'm not one to be out there that late.
Right.
So I'm good. If the folks are there, I'll have a few conversations with them, and then I'm gone. What about yourself?
So for me, it's almost similar to you. You know what I'm saying? The things that I do on a day-to-day basis, grocery stores, pharmacy, and even just out recording, going on the Malecon recording and just moving around to, maybe I go to a cigar bar on the weekend or even sometimes at night. So basically for me, I feel completely safe. You know what I'm saying? Like Pat, I'm in the house by no later than 11 o'clock. Now, 11 o'clock is really pushing it, but typically around 10:30, I'm at the house too. So for me, I don't feel a need that I need to be out there late.
No.
I remember telling, Naberius one time, I said, hey man, I'm gonna take a nap so I can hang out and go watch one of the performances at Dial Bar, right? Because they be having these artists come and I be wanting to see them, but they don't get on stage till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, man, I'm an old man now. I can't stay up that late.
You know what? Let me piggyback on that too.
Yeah.
There's a place that I love to go to over here in the Malecon. It's a casino, but I don't gamble. It's they have live music there. Hawaii.
Right.
Hawaii.
But it's merengue. It's merengue inside. The club is not merengue.
It's live music,
right.
Merengue, bachata. But I like going there. But I'm not leaving there past 11 o'clock.
Right.
When the crowd starts getting in, and it's a good, comfortable place. But again, I'm not staying there past a certain time.
Right.
Enjoying the time. It's a good place to be. Really nice. But then I'm out.
People think that you have to stay out late to enjoy yourself. You really don't.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Dominicans do come out late.
They do.
And start enjoying themselves. I mean, you could probably have a better time because there's more people. But for me, I have just as good of time with the minimum crowd than I think I would have with a bigger crowd.
Bro, I am right with you on that. Less for me is more.
Right.
I enjoy it when it's less noisy, less people than there is when it's a whole bunch of people, man.
Right.
And I like going out a little earlier because I want to come back home early. That's why it works for us. For us, it's great. Maybe for you, you want to leave the house at 11 o'clock when we're coming back in.
Right.
But not for me. Not for me.
So just to get back to your question is, I've never had a genuine fear of my safety here. And I never had a situation that made me feel uncomfortable.
You haven't been road rage like myself, right? Nah, good
Well,
man.
you know what? I take that. If I go back to when I lived here in 2015, I can.
Okay.
I had road rage like you. I had road rage.
Okay.
And that time I did feel uncomfortable. And maybe I should include that in here, but the reason I didn't is because I'm talking about now that since I've been back the last 5 years. But I do. I mean, I'll tell that story. So I was riding down the street and pretty much kind of like what you were talking about. The guy was just, you know how they get close to you,
bro.
man, and they do all this crazy stuff. And so I'm upset, you know what I'm saying? So I had just finished eating some chips. I had balled up the paper, and I finished a juice too, and I just threw it out the window.
Folks, you did more than I did. Wow.
I threw it out the window, and it hit his windshield. Man, that guy was furious. He ended up trying to chase me. I bust a block. And then, traffic bad anyway, so he couldn't really follow me like he wanted to.
Same here.
And so I bust another block, and then I kind of got out the way. And the difference is probably the difference between you and my situation is, at that time I had the Bears in the car with me.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell you, that was an eye-opener for me, because I was like, listen, I put my wife in danger for me being, reacting that way. And this, like I say, this was back in 2015. So, but I've learned since then that,
it takes that experience.
I just fall in line, man.
It took me that as well.
Right.
Fell back in line. You don't want to overreact, man.
No.
Don't want to, because it's the norm down here.
Right, it's the norm. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, you hardly see any road rage.
Nah.
It just. If there's a fender bender, somebody get out and say something. But other than that, I mean, as far as you think they disrespecting you, that lives in your mind.
Right.
For them, it's the norm.
Right. It ain't disrespect. And here's the thing, you're not gonna win it.
No, no.
You're wasting your time thinking that you're going to be tough. Because I hear people say, oh, man, they don't want to do. If you're not Dominican, you don't have any rights here, you're not going to do anything.
Right.
And if you do anything, there's going to be consequences.
Yep. And let me tell you something. The beauty about the Dominicans, they stick together.
Right. Right.
All right? Listen, they'll come together, Voltron, and go against you.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't going to let nobody disrespect me. That's an American thing.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
an American thing.
Nah, that's not happening down here.
Nah,
the police will come. You might be in the wrong. I mean,
in the right.
You might be in the right. When the police arrive and they see a crowd pointing the finger at you,
Right.
who you think's going to jail?
Yeah. So don't even put yourself in that situation. Just,
Don't bring that mentality.
Right.
You know, I'll take it from us, right? It doesn't work.
Because both of those incidents could have turned out worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I'm telling you, just like Jay was able to maneuver, I was able to maneuver because traffic is bad down here. And dude was trying to chase me.
Right. And we ain't gonna tell him what dude did. What you thought?
What I thought he did. Listen.
Right.
Oh man. Listen. You know, and we got out the car. Right. We got out the car. Listen. It was. He stopped in front of me on purpose, right? Because I wouldn't let him in, and he stopped, and I didn't even touch him. This dude had like a F-150 truck, right? And in the back was metal. So he got out. I get out, and he's arguing with me. He's telling me, "Look what you did to my car." I'm like, wait a minute. What? This was there already. But I'm like, if I hit your car, my front looks good. There's nothing wrong with my front. He's like, you're responsible for this. And he got on the phone, and we arguing back and forth, bro. And I'm like, and then the crowd started gathering. I'm like, I have no wins here. I got no wins.
Right.
I was like, hold on a second.
Right.
I picked up the phone when I called you.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah.
And he tried to get in, and the crowd, luckily I was able to maneuver and get out. And what I thought he did, maybe he didn't do, but God was with me, folks. I was gone.
So as we mentioned earlier, like every part of DR is not the same. So the way you move in Punta Cana, the way you move in Santo Domingo, and the way you move in Puerto Plata, Sosúa, you're gonna move in those areas different. Santo Domingo is probably one of the places where you definitely want to use more common sense and be more high alert. And when I say high alert, I ain't saying you gotta be running around here with your head on a swivel.
Right.
But you just gotta be a little bit more aware.
Pay more attention.
Right.
You are in the city.
Yeah, you're in the city.
You're in the city.
Right.
You know, I mean, mentioned Sosúa, it's more touristy, more vacation, like more family oriented. So, and there's the tourist police out there as well. So, you know, it's more secure.
Right. And also Santiago, people ask about Santiago too. Santiago is a city as well.
Only difference is they don't have beaches.
They don't have beaches.
Right.
They don't have beaches. They're actually landlocked. So
Right.
it's a city of about 1.5 million people. So you exercise the same precaution in Santiago that you would do in Santo Domingo. But just say, for instance, you're in a place like Harbor.
The feeling over there is quite different. It's very different. So again, you probably be less, right?
Less.
More laid back.
Right.
More laid back than you would here in the city itself. And I've gotten this from the locals as well.
Right.
You know, telling me exactly, listen, be more alert, what to look out for. That if you see two guys on a motor cocho coming, you know, close to you, be aware, be vigilant, move to the side.
Right.
You know, because one of them's driving, the other in the back might want to try to snatch as the other one drives.
Right.
So you get the locals telling you, you know, how to maneuver and walk down here as well.
I'm more cautious of walking on a Sunday than I am during a weekday.
Whoa.
Because sometimes when I'm walking on a Sunday, I may go to the grocery store and I may walk because it's quiet.
Whoa.
Nobody's around. Nobody's walking the streets.
Whoa, you're right, bro.
And so when I hear a motor and I'm walking, I'm looking. But during the day, everybody is walking. It's active. It's like, what a guy on the motor, what he's going to do?
Wow. You know what Indy told me too? She said, like, driving on Sunday, she's more alert because it's so laid back. Someone's going to run the red light because they're not expecting someone to be out there.
Right.
So she's more alert when she's driving as opposed to when she's driving on a weekday.
On a weekday.
Because she's like, yo, it's so laid back.
Right.
They're not thinking about me being out here. They running the red light.
They do run. I seen coming over here, they run the red light. Right.
So she's more vigilant, takes her time more.
Right.
And it's Sundays, folks, is the best day to drive.
Right.
Because it's so quiet and laid back.
Right.
But again, because of that, it can be more dangerous as well.
And that's why we do these videos on Sunday. Because it's quiet.
Right.
It'll be crazy noisy if it wasn't.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So what do you think makes an area safe?
Ooh, good question. I would say community, police presence.
I say lighting,
The
having the place
that's
lit
important.
up.
That's important.
You know, that's one of the reasons I don't drive at night.
Right.
I don't like driving at night after a certain hour because the streets are not lit
They're
up.
not lit. They're not lit.
No.
If you're accustomed to
Right.
like back in the States,
Right.
yeah, you're gonna have to change your mind on that.
Right.
The streets are not well lit. Even the highways,
Even the highways,
they're
right?
not well lit.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
I mean, I've been driving at night, and I'm gonna tell you, I done got so close to somebody not being able to see them, and my sight ain't bad.
Right. I gotta agree. I don't enjoy driving at night either.
No.
Maybe that's the other thing why we get home early. I don't enjoy it because if the streets were well lit,
Right.
you can see side to side, it'd be better.
And like I said, I definitely don't do the city to city at night.
nighttime.
Nah.
No.
Nah, so I'm not coming from Punta Cana
No.
to Santo Domingo. I don't care if, I don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the highways are lit or not.
Listen.
But I'm just not driving it on any highway here at night.
Not only are the highways not lit brightly, the street also has a lot of potholes,
Right.
man. So if you can't see where you're going,
And you hit one of them,
listen.
then you get stranded somewhere.
Yeah, oh man, listen. That's the other thing, good Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah, you need good Wi-Fi. Because you don't want to get stranded,
Right.
man. Can't make a call.
Right.
No, you're not getting cellular service down here. You need a good Wi-Fi.
And you know what the thing is? I don't want people to think that if you get stranded here, like in a hood, that somebody's just gonna rob you.
No.
The problem with that is that you're uncomfortable.
Well said, bro.
And then people can take advantage of you. Not that they're gonna kill you, hurt you, nothing like that. It's just the taking advantage.
But you told me a story too that you did get stranded with a flat tire, and
Right.
it was in the hood, but they helped you. Didn't the guy come over and help you? You was with Norberry. You was coming from.
Oh yeah.
You know, so 9 times out of 10, the folks there will help you.
Right.
Before they do something negative, they
Right.
will help you. But again, you got that 1 out of 10 that something might happen.
Right. You just don't want to be that. You don't want to have to decide which one is going to be
Right.
on that given day.
Right. And I don't want to get stranded.
Nah.
No. Here's the other thing too. We have the broken Spanish, right? So we can't really explain exactly what we need in a way that's going to be understood clearly, man. So, yeah, that part of it, no.
Because it's already difficult when we're surrounded by Dominicans in the Spanish language in a comfortable environment and
Right.
we can't express ourselves.
High
so just
stress.
imagine in a high stress environment, you need help,
Right.
you stranded, it's like, I don't want to be in that.
Oh, man, no, I don't want to be in that either.
Right.
I definitely don't. Not the way to go. You know what, Jay? I'm going to piggyback on the last statement you made. People down here help each other.
Right.
I
That's
find
true.
that, yeah, they do, man. They get out of their way and they help. And they don't want nothing back in return. Just helping each other. I was taken aback by that. I had experience with that as well. I remember we were driving and we had something stuck underneath the car. There were 2 guys on a motor coach, stopped us,
Right.
jumped off the motor coach, get underneath the car, took it out, and I wanted to give the guy something. He's like, no, and they just jumped back on and kept going.
Right.
I was blown away by that.
It's not that if you get stranded, something happened, that something's going to happen to you, but you just, if you're not able to express yourself in a way, then it can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But for the most part, like Pat's saying, is that people going to help you.
They're going to help you. I can testify.
Yeah.
They will help you.
Yeah.
They will.
My thing is, I'll just say this. If I got a flat tire in the daytime, I feel better than me getting a flat tire in the nighttime.
Agreed.
In the same neighborhood.
Yeah, agreed.
In the same neighborhood,
Agreed.
I would feel better in the daytime than I would at nighttime.
Agreed. Not because it's just a situation, folks. It's just a situation.
What?
You will get help, but I'd rather get help in the daytime than the nighttime. Seriously.
Right. What do you think is the biggest mistake that you see tourists make when they come here? Because I would say, and I firmly believe this, I think a lot of the problems that tourists have, and when I say tourists, let me just say that I see online, because I don't see every problem that happens, but when I see people and they put it online, I think they bring it on themselves. A lot of it they bring on themselves.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah. What do you think some of the mistakes?
Oh, man. Drinking too much, overindulging.
Right.
Overindulging, getting drunk to the point where you don't know where you are, right? That's a big no-no.
Right.
What about yourself?
I think a lot of people think they're immune to scams and people getting over it. They like, I'm an American.
Right.
I'm here on vacation. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. No, you're not immune to it.
You know what? Let me piggyback on that too. Here's the thing. Depending on where you are, in the tourist section, you'll find that a lot as well. You'll find Dominicans that speak English, that want to befriend you.
Right.
Right? They want to befriend you and become your best friend. Right? And they want to go everywhere with you.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah. They want to escort you everywhere, like the third wheel. But here's the thing, right? They're not doing it for free.
No.
They are expecting something back.
Right.
And you got to be aware of that.
Right.
So if you're drinking a lot and you opening up, you're thinking that they're just doing it because they like you.
Right.
Nah, 9 times out of 10, it's not because of that. You'll be got.
Yeah,
Not saying they'll rob you, but they are expecting something
Right.
back for being with you.
Yeah, when they say my friend, I can take it. No.
Oh, no. you just met them.
Right, yeah, you're not my friend.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, if they're with you, even if it's not all day long, if they say, hey, let me take you over to this place and let me show you what it is. Once you get there, you get out the car or get off their motor or whatever, they expect you to tip. Break them off.
Yes, and if you don't, it might be problems.
Right.
But in these people, right, they do it. They look like they're enjoying your company,
Right.
but no, they doing it for
A financial
money.
gain,
Yeah,
right.
for money.
Yep.
For money. So you gotta be really aware of that. I've seen people get comfortable. They get comfortable. I hear the stories. They're not your friend.
Right. And another thing I see too is, I think is maybe number one is, man, I think people come over here and they don't respect the culture and environment.
They bring the state's mentality with them.
Right.
That I'm entitled. I'm an American. No, bro.
That right there is the quickest way to get to have problems.
Yeah. I mean, I'll quote the great lyricist Rakim, who said, "It ain't where you're from, man. It's where you're at."
Right. And when you hear, man, you need to respect this land and the people.
And the people.
Right.
Because you got no wins, man.
Right.
You're not winning.
And you being right.
Nah. That's the thing. You being. I had that, folks.
Right.
I had to lose that.
Right.
Yeah. No. You're not right. I don't care if you are right. You're not right.
Right.
You're not right.
And that's how you have to operate. And I know it sounds, people like, well, why would I want to go over there? How would you answer that?
I mean,
because it's not like you have to.
Listen, you're not in the wrong if you're walking correctly, right? You're not in the wrong. I mean, you do have laws, right? You do have rights down here.
Right.
But again, you can't abuse it. You can't take an entitlement mentality and say, hey, listen, because I'm American, you've got to, adjust what you're doing around me and be rude about it and talk a certain way. No, they're not gonna. They're not gonna have that.
Right. You do have certain rights. I mean, people just can't get over on you like that.
No.
But you can't walk around with that entitlement like I'm right.
Right. Yeah. Like look at me. Hey, you took too long. Yeah. This is how they take their time to do things. You're not gonna change that.
Right.
So you can't bring that mentality here and expect to change anything. It's culturally, this is the way it is.
Right. How did you adjust to that?
I had to adjust to it, right? It takes some adjustment. It takes a period because you're accustomed to a certain way, to things move in a certain timeline, right? So you know that hey, these people are on island time. They take their hour lunch,
right?
They're not.
2 hour lunch.
Listen to me, man. And you're not gonna make them miss their lunch,
right?
Not happening.
Nah.
If they're working on your car, they're gonna take their lunch. Your car's gonna sit and wait, man. They take that seriously.
Right.
Back home, you might get somebody say, "Yo, I skip lunch." Nah, down here, it's the culture thing.
No, that's one thing. They going to lunch.
They're going to lunch.
They going. I had a dentist appointment at 11:30, and the lady,
the front desk lady.
Well, no, the dentist herself.
Oh wow.
I guess one of the appointments ran longer at 12 o'clock.
Lunchtime.
It was lunchtime.
Yeah.
I had to wait till she come back.
Yeah.
She wasn't missing nothing.
No. And they're gonna take their hour. Yeah. I mean, so certain things like that you do have to get adjusted to. You can't bring that with you down here.
All right, so any final thoughts on that?
My final thought is, if you're coming down here, you're coming to a great place, you just got to bring some awareness.
That's
right.
It.
Bring that mentality you got back in the States right? About awareness, and bring it down here, and just, you know, be aware of your surroundings, and don't go looking for things that you wouldn't do back home.
And if you do go looking for those things back home, don't come looking for them here.
Right. You don't speak the language.
Right, you don't speak the language, right.
Come here and enjoy. This is a great place to come, have a great time with the family, by yourself. But just come with an awareness of knowing that, hey, you know, I want to be safe.
Well, my final thought is that I think the country is safe. You know, I don't think Dominican Republic is dangerous just because it's Dominican Republic.
I agree.
I think that it's much safer than I would say when I was in, you know, Fort Lauderdale, or even in Mobile. You know, Mobile used to be on the first 48.
Right.
You know.
Oh.
You know, so no, so I don't personally think that DR is dangerous. Like I said, I think, as Pat said, you just exercise the right common sense, man, and you'll be okay.
You're gonna be all right.
You know.
I'm sorry, brother.
And stay away from the low-hanging fruit.
And you know what? I wanted to add to you're gonna bring whatever is within you. A quick story, right? There was a couple that was moving, right? And they was moving into a new town. At the doorway, right, the entrance of the town, there was a dude standing there. And the couple stopped and asked the guy, hey, what kind of town is this? And the guy asked them, hey, what kind of town are you coming from? Mm-hmm. And they said, yo, it's loud and it's obnoxious and the people, my neighbors, are the worst type. And the guy told them, hey, you're gonna find the exact same thing in this town here. They go. Another couple's moving in, and the same guy's there, and they stopped and asked the guy also, hey, we're just moving into town. What kind of town is this? And the guy asked him the same question, hey, what kind of town are you coming from? And it's like, oh man, our town, our neighbors are the best, friendly, the environment is great. We're just moving over here because, you know, for my job, you know, and so forth. And the guy told him, you're gonna find the exact same thing in this town. Meaning that whatever you're taking with you, you're gonna bring.
Nothing else to add to that, guys. So if you on the balcony with us, let us know what type of lifestyle would you live if you were living here in Dominican Republic. Until then, guys, we out.
Peace.
Yeah. Life looks different from here. Yeah. Different view, different road. Different dreams than the ones we were told. Left some things behind. Found a little peace of mind. From the balcony we see it clear. Life looks different from here. Balcony boys, yeah. Life looks different from here.